Well, guys, we have covered some pretty interesting basement-dwelling, neckbeard, woman-hating, anti-woke critters on this channel that have made a little niche for themselves carved out on the internet, complaining about how the modern woke agenda is ruining all nerd media, and other usually very lonely, miserable nerds that blame all of their life's problems on the existence of minorities tend to rally around these figures, and they just kind of like to soak up the cathartic feeling of someone with a platform saying everything they already believe. Now, once again, the Chuds are attacking Sonic. You see, recently a new Sonic game come out. I believe it was, well, it was actually not a new Sonic game. It was a remaster of a classic older Sonic game. It was Sonic X Shadow Generations, if I'm not mistaken. And some small changes were made to it to kind of... Some of the changes were done to make fans happy and to acknowledge issues fans had with the game, particularly character writing. And others were done to kind of bring the game up to date with the times in some ways, modernize it a little. Like, a certain joke was cut about, like, Sonic. It was like a fat joke at, like, Sonic's expense, if I remember right. And then the other thing they cut, or I guess changed, was a lot of the character Amy Rose's behavior, if I remember right, because she was, like, really annoying and weird in the original games. They just kind of rewrote her for this remaster of sorts, or I guess you would call it a remake more than a remaster. Because of that, because anything had changed, a lot of conservative grifter types tried to jump on that new Sonic game and grift off of what they would hope would be a massive pool of angry Sonic fans that wanted the catharsis of someone with a platform complaining about something that's made them mad. Unfortunately for them, though, all these things really did not bother Sonic fans, and most of the Chuds who came along and tried to grift off of some non-existent, at least, hate for the current Sonic property ended up falling flat. Completely. It did not go well. Well, now, fast forward a few months, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the movie, is about to come out. And as someone who's not really even a big Sonic fan, like, I've never even played a Sonic game before, I actually need to, I figured out the problem with the Sonic game that we were going to play, by the way, so next stream, I think I'm going to have it working, guys. Anyway, that aside, though, I'm still excited to see the movie. It's got Keanu Reeves and Idris Elba, okay? I'm going to see that fucking movie. It's going to be pretty good, just for the star power alone. So, Sonic, as a franchise, is in a really good place right now. There is not a lot of negativity. And the new movie, from what I've heard of people who've gotten early screenings, is very good, right? Very, very good. There's not a lot of negativity around Sonic right now. And without a lot of negativity, there's not a lot to tap into if you're a right-wing grifter who relies on the negative emotions of a fan base to hoover up new audience from a certain property, right? And so, there have not been a lot of Chuds trying to attack this movie, but one has come along. A video by a YouTuber named Words of Paradise called Disney Bullies and threatens to ruin Sonic 3. I have no idea what this is going to be. Sonic 3 continues to crush it at the box office, but with the holiday season coming to a close, Disney pulled out all the stops to derail the film's box office successes, propping up Mufasa using cutthroat business tactics. What did they do? Watch and find out, and don't forget to subscribe. You know what? I low-key respect that this guy took the time to write out a description for the video. That's more effort than most of these people put in. Certainly more effort than I put in. I don't have, like, a unique description for every video I put out.
Disney is doing everything they can to ensure that Sonic the Hedgehog 3 does not beat Mufasa, including using some shady business tactics that, let's be real, Disney's known to do in the past, and even in doing so.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even like Disney. I hope Sonic the Hedgehog beats this live-action, like, spin-off of an established whatever. I do not care for Disney's, like, bizarre attempts to live actionify a cinematic universe out of their classic animated movies. I hope all these projects fail for them, and I have no love in my heart for Disney. The only time when I guess you could call it defend Disney is when people don't attack Disney for reasons that are valid, like how awful of a company they are and how cutthroat and ruthless they are, which, to be fair, seems to be the target of this video. But instead try to claim that there's some, like, woke agenda, that this multi-billion-dollar corporation is actually striving to force on people rather than just, you know, what corporations do. Try to make as much fucking money as possible at any cost. That's what they're doing. But they try to attach some woke ideology to it because everybody hates the bullshit these large corporations do. Everyone does. And so if you can claim, oh, this is all because they're infiltrated by woke ideologues, then you can identify a large group of people that are wide-ranging, you know, progressive people that are responsible for your problems. Not just these untouchable billionaires that you can't really do anything about, but I guess vote to regulate. But like some group in society that is an other that needs to be fought against.
So they're still faltering. So welcome back to Words Paradise. I'm your host and idol. And yeah, if you haven't seen this coming from That Park Place, Disney bullies theaters, forcing Mufasa.
Okay. Listen, I was willing to believe on the surface level that Disney was doing something like that. But finding out that this guy, much like most of these right-wing grift channels, his source is a website called That Dark Place. Why is it it's always like it used to be Breitbart. Now it's these like new right-wing anti-woke gaming news sites that they all get their news from. That Dark Place. What is this? All right then. Well, we're off to a pretty bad start. The source he is citing that makes this claim is a nonsense website.
Mufasa on more screens than Sonic 3, even as the Hedgehog earns far more. And we do have some.
It's That Park Place. Wait, not That Dark Place. It's That Park Place. Oh, okay. I guess I'm fucking stupid. I must be blind. Holy shit. I don't know why I read that as dark. I mean, I get the P with that font looks similar to a D, but I don't know why I assumed it was a D and not a P, I guess. Let's see what this site is about. That Park Place. Questions surround Disney's past use of H-1B visas in replacing domestic workforce. Warhammer 40k guide appeared to remove female Adeptus Custodes from canon. Appeared to. I see. I guess Warhammer totally went back on making Adeptus, or not Adeptus Mechanicus, Adeptus Custodes female guards of the Emperor canon. Listen, you know, if the female Custodes are canon, then the old times when the Custodes would guard the Emperor topless. Now, typically that would be males guarding the Emperor topless, but there were female Custodes. So artists, get on it. Anyway, yeah, a lot of just, okay, yeah, these are all just made up stories that are meant, these are all stories that are not overtly conservative, but they're all meant to attack the things that the right are mad about, and you can tell that they are absolutely made up stories, or at least blown heavily out of proportion or twisted from the truth in order to serve their narrative, right? So here's a few examples of their headlines. The Witcher 3 director and other devs leave CD Projekt Red to start rival studios. Wicked will feature a song co-written by star Cynthia Erivo, but is that a good thing? From innovators to imitators, Disneyland caught canceling creativity through cost-cutting controversy and Haunted Mansion gift shop. Here you go. Disney bullies Sonic theaters. Force blah blah blah. Paramount erases Star Trek Discovery from canon. Fans celebrate a potential return to tradition. Like, I guarantee you, half, if not more, of these stories are completely made up. And none of them are like wokeness or forced inclusivity or DEI, you'll notice. But they're all meant to be about how bad things are happening to the media that the anti-woke crowd hate. They can't get any joy out of anything other than the idea that what they find to be progressive to be failing. Like, they can't get joy out of anything but that.
Numbers back
like the left has to be losing. Also, what is about all these guys where they either always have this like low, toned down, slurred voice that like is very clearly that of a drunk guy, or they're like this high-pitched, fast-talking, kind of nasally annoying type. Like, this guy sounds exactly like Geeks and Gamers. I imagine he's emulating him to some degree, but I'm going to bring up a Geeks and Gamers video. I'm going to play a second of a Geeks and Gamers video, and then this guy's video, and you can tell me how similar they sound. Like, these are the two types of anti-woke gamer chuds. Alright. Listen to Geeks and Gamers here.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of our actions. That's right. Snow White actress Rachel Zegler only a few days ago decided to tell every single person that had a different political opinion than her that they could F off and that she hopes they have no peace whatsoever. And now today, she has bent the knee and apologized. Let's take a look back on this. So, my nerdy...
Alright, so this is Geeks and Gamers video. Now let's listen to this guy again. Tell me if you hear it.
Mufasa has technically earned more, both because it's already been released internationally, whereas Sonic has not had an international release yet, and because of Christmas Day.
Like, you hear it too, right? I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one, right? Okay, good. I'm not the only one.
We do finally have Mufasa, sort of pulling ahead, but again, there's some chicanery afoot, and we're not going to find out until we get the international release who the actual king is, Mufasa or the Blue Blur, and
it's going to be Sonic. Sonic is going to crush this Mufasa movie. Guaranteed Sonic wins. Like, why even leave it up to chance, dude? Like, Sonic's going to crush it.
It's interesting because we've seen this tactic before from Disney, not just in regards to other family films, but even against Quentin Tarantino films. This happened in 2015 with The Hateful Eight, but we'll get to that in a minute. Before we do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy...
Wait. Is it a dirty tactic to... What even is this wording? Wait, this is just fake news. Forcing Mufasa on more theaters than Sonic 3, even as the Hedgehog earns far more. So it is somehow unfair for a studio to run their movie in as many theaters as possible? How is this a dirty scheme? Is this really the level of, like, gotcha the right has? Like, this isn't even a defense of Disney. It's more of an attack at how... Like, could you imagine if these people didn't have to grift, how nice it would be if they could actually criticize Disney? Because, like, they never actually do. They're so focused on this made-up bullshit or these nonsense stories that they never devote an ounce of effort to criticizing Disney for all of their shitty decades of business practices they've done. Disney is awful. It is not hard to find reasons to shit on them that are not made-up bullshit. Yeah, this isn't a crime. It's not even, like, bad. They can just afford to run the movie in more theaters than Sonic can run in. Also, Sonic isn't even at full release, right? I don't really follow movie releases, but is Sonic the Hedgehog 3, like, out now? Like, is it in all the theaters? Like, you can just go see it? It's like, is it, like, out? Not yet? Wait, so this story is, like, even more bullshit, because it's from the 25th. This came out on Christmas, which means Mufasa is early screening, and Sonic 3 is early screening. If anyone's seeing it, it's early screenings. And this article is claiming that Disney is cheating or bullying theaters, I guess, by forcing, quote-unquote, Mufasa to run in more theaters than Sonic 3 is, when neither movies are even fully released yet? Actually, how funny would it be if Mufasa is already out and Sonic isn't, and the reason why Mufasa is running in more theaters is because Mufasa is actually out? It came out on the 20th, Zan? Oh, it is already out. Why lie? Wait, what? Okay, who's the chatter that said it's not out yet? Delancer? Why lie? Or why not, like, look it up? Why make up a response? Also, Sonic was a huge death blow for the Chuds. Well, they're going to try to claim it. Anything that's going to succeed, and they know it's going to succeed, they try to claim. If there is a popular thing that is likely to fail or is about to fail, inevitably, they try to be the first to attack it. In the US, it's not out yet. Okay, so we don't even have a full 100% global release yet. And this article is trying to claim that, like, alright, so it's just total bullshit. Like absolutely. How am I supposed to respond to these people's videos when it's all just bullshit? What am I supposed to do? Let's read the comments. Fuck this video. This guy's a loser. And his voice is annoying. How ironic that 12 years ago Sonic was in a Disney movie. As Shadow once said, how pathetic. Disney, why is no one seeing our movie? Grr, Paramount, live and learn. The fact that they have to do this tells me that they're... I feel like this is a really... Guys, I am disappointed in the Sonic fans. See, this is how you get certain communities to fall for the grift. When you praise what they like and say it's actually owning the woke left, it gets the fans of that property that like what's happening with the property to say, oh, this is what being anti-woke is? Yeah, I want Sonic to be more of this. So yeah, the comments are actually overwhelmingly positive. Word of advice to Disney, don't mess with the Sonic community. Oh, man. Listen, guys, no offense, but I can smell the autism in this comment section. I don't want to read any more out loud, because they are that cringe. I'm sorry. You should know Sonic 3 has a gay ship. It really overly has a male character pined for Eggman. That's, well, I mean, that's been in all 3 movies, by the way. Like, Eggman's assistant is like the classic, like, evil villain with the gay assistant that's in love with him trope. Yeah, Stone wants to fuck Eggman. Well, actually, Stone wants to be fucked by Eggman. Yeah. That's not autism you're smelling, that's body odor? Ah, I see. Regardless, it's coming through the computer screen, and I don't like it. Here's a comment. Knuckles is red. Shadow's past is a mystery. Mess with Sonic fans, and you'll be history. Shadow the Hedgehog profile picture, by the way. This is what I mean when I say I do not want to read these comments. Oh, God. Damn it. The Sonic fans were almost 3 for 3 in being based when a right-wing grifter chud tries to milk easy money off of their fan base, but they are still in the positive. I'll give you guys credit for that. You Sonic fans are still in the positive when it comes to this, but you gotta be vigilant. Just because they're complimenting Sonic stuff doesn't mean they're not chuds, you know? Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this segment, if you found it entertaining, educational, or enjoyable, then please consider leaving a like and a comment. Every single thumbs up and comment, while totally free, is actually the best way to support my channel and my videos. In fact, a combo of both is really helpful and totally free, so I really do appreciate it. Subscribe and ring the bell icon if you haven't already to turn on all notifications so that YouTube actually tells you when I go live or upload a new video, because if you don't, they won't. And of course, follow my social medias, linked down below in the description if you haven't already, including my Blue Sky and my fan Discord. Every single week on Fridays, I host gaming events, call-in streams, or watch parties in my Discord, and I announce all my new uploads and streams there, so you really don't want to miss anything going on. Make sure to join. And of course, finally, if you want to help me keep the lights on and a roof above my head here at the Xander Hall studio, then consider donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or support me financially through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Patreon, or perhaps buy some merch through the Streamlabs link down below in the description. Regardless of how you support me, though, I really, really do appreciate it. And with all that said, regardless of how you support me, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a good one.